What's going on, everybody? JP here again, and this is going to be day 28 in my 31 Days of Horror video series. Um, we're moving along with the Halloween series, and we go to Halloween 2007 Rob Zombie remake. Um, it's one that I've always liked. Ever since the first time I seen it, I thought it was great. And I've watched it a handful of times since then, and I always enjoy it. It's a solid remake in my opinion. It's one of my favorites, if not my favorite remake. Not counting, The Thing and The Fly, because I never seen the originals of those. So this is probably my favorite remake that I've actually seen. Both versions. Um, I had the opportunity to see it in the theater back when it was released, but I had it all planned out. I was gonna go and stuff with one of my friends, and for some reason I can't really remember what it was, but I wasn't able to go. I was kind of really uh, disappointed that I didn't get to go see it. I think it would have been awesome, but once it hit DVD, I checked it out, and I've always liked it. It's a fun movie. I thought it was really great, and I'm gonna watch it, and then I'll tell you guys why I think it's good or whatever. Do the little review thing. And yeah, that's it, guys. See you in a second. Okay, guys. So Halloween 2007 Rob Zombie remake, written and directed by Rob Zombie. I'm not gonna go, full in detail review, just because I'm still kind of not feeling the greatest. So I'm gonna try to make this quick. Um, Halloween, it's pretty similar story-wise to the original Halloween. Um, One key difference being the backstory they give. They give kind of a lengthy backstory to Michael Myers' childhood, which I prefer the original, with it just being simple, not really explaining much, not giving a reason for Michael being Michael. But I will say that, since it is a remake, and with a remake, you're supposed to, do something that hasn't been done before. You have to have something that's unique to your movie, the remake. I think that it was necessary to, venture into his backstory, childhood, give a little bit of reasons and explanations, just because it's you have to bring something new to the table with a remake, and I think it was a good choice by Rob Zombie to do that. So it basically just goes into his childhood a bit. It shows that he has a really mean, alcoholic, violent, foul-mouthed stepdad who's just really a piece of crap. His mom, who you can tell that he has a good relationship with, you can tell that he really loves her. Um, she's a stripper and stuff. He got kind of a bitchy older sister, who you can tell he doesn't really like. She like messes with him and stuff. Um, and he has, a baby sister. He also has some bullies at school who, talk bad about his mom and stuff. You could tell that he kind of he has a need for attention from his mother, and he also has a rage inside him that's just waiting to go off. He's kind of a ticking time bomb, and eventually it does go off, and you can tell he has a darkness inside him. And he gets sent to the Smith Grove Sanitarium, where he meets Dr. Loomis, who he, tries to work with Michael and, figure out what's going on. But you can slowly see Michael is going in a one-way direction, into this, bad, bad place, and, this darkness and, straight evil stuff. And you can tell that he's not coming back. And then, that's basically that, and then it cuts forward to the other part of the movie, where it follows the Laurie Strode character played by Scout Taylor Compton, and it follows her around, and it's really similar to the first movie. Some things that I like about the remake: I like the casting. I pretty much like everybody that was casted in the movie, from Sheriff Brackett to Annie Brackett, Danielle Harris. Scout Taylor Compton is Laurie Strode. I actually prefer her as, she's my favorite Laurie Strode. I know a lot of people would think I'm nuts, but there's just something about Jamie Lee Curtis that I'm not a big fan of, and I think, Scout Taylor Compton does a way better job. And I think that the remake did a good job. Remake, reimagining, reboot. It did a good job doing that. Update it for a newer generation, a newer audience. Which is what a remake, reimagining, reboot is supposed to do. It's supposed to, that's what they always say. We want to update it for the new generation. And I think that this one, was very successful in doing that. I feel that the dialogue and the way the characters interact is much, similar to how people do today. I mean, it's a bit exaggerated with some of the, dialogue that they have, but it's still in that realm of what you hear from, kids in the boys' bathroom today, girls talking to each other and stuff. It's still similar to that, just a little bit exaggerated. And I like that they did that, because even if, me being, younger, watching the original Halloween, some of the dialogue does seem a bit dated, so it's good that they was able to update it for people around my age. Um, Something that I wasn't a big fan of was the rape scene. It just seemed like it came out of nowhere. I don't know if it's in the theatrical cut. I can't remember. But if it is, I prefer that cut. It just didn't feel like it belonged in the movie. Um, and I prefer the Michael Myers of the old films. He was more scarier, creepier in the shadows, the shape. This one's more brutal and just like in your face, badass Michael Myers. Almost kind of reminds me more of Jason. And I'm not too crazy about that. I prefer the much darker, creepier Michael Myers. But I think it fits Rob Zombie's style, and I think he did a good job, creating his own vision of the Halloween story. And I really like this movie. I think it's a great remake. It's one of it may be my favorite remake. Um, I just think that it does everything that a good remake's supposed to do. And the kills are good. The kills are really enjoyable. There's some great moments in the movie. There's some problems here and there, some things I don't like, some things that I like better about the original. But the original is a better made film, a better film in my opinion. I enjoy the original more, but I do really like the remake. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to say. I'm kind of still out of it. My head's a little foggy, so I'm having trouble remembering things that I wanted to talk about. But hopefully I covered the things that I wanted to say. Um, I can't really remember, but I guess I'm just going to rate it and end this. I would give this remake a 5 out of 5. Um, I think it's a great movie. I think that it has so much going for it and not a whole lot that holds it back. And of course the original is better, but I think this one's it's really high up there with the Halloween films, and I think it's a great remake. So 5 out of 5. Rob Zombie's Halloween. That's my review. I'm pretty sure that I didn't do it how I wanted to do this review, but like I said, I'm just forgetting things. So I'm just gonna end it here. Peace out, guys. See you guys later.